Hey guys, well, next light on the light review list is another AA light. This is the Eagletac P20A2, and this runs off of two AA batteries. It's very similar to a lot of people who were very popular with the LD series Phoenix because they ran off of AA's, and I understand that. Some people use the single AA for sort of an EDC light, and a lot of you guys like the larger one for camping. It has a little light cone, all sorts of good stuff. I would say this one-ups it. It really does a fantastic job. I like the UA settings or UI settings. Everything about this light I think sort of one-ups the Phoenix. One of the reasons I initially got this, not only for AA's, of course for wildland fire, they're easier to find, but if you watch my other videos, combined with this streamlined hard hat, basically rubber strap, this light was my helmet light. The rubber strap keeps on my hard hat a lot better and than the traditional fabric straps with most headlamps. It's also a whole lot lighter and more versatile. So with the Eagletac, they've really sort of outdone themselves. Let me get these accessories out here. On the head there are threads, and if you can see on there, I have the diffuser lens on right now, and all it takes is for me to unscrew that. There's the diffuser lens. Your standard you can put on is a stainless steel crenulated bezel, sort of strike bezel if you will. Helps protect the light, and the stainless steel is a lot stronger. There's a small lanyard ring here, and as I mentioned in my spark review, there is also a clip. I don't have the clip with me here, but their clip is an entire circle where I have to take and unscrew this back portion, undo this ring in order to get that clip off. And I think that's really the only way I would have a pocket clip on a flashlight, is something that cannot come off. It would have to break to come off instead of just a friction fit. The rubber tail cap on here is one of the best features. Not only does it allow you to candle stand it, two, it's an option. You don't have to have that on there. I find it fantastic for putting this in my mouth because the rubber is a whole lot better on your teeth than the hard anodized aluminum, and so it's just, I've left it on there. It doesn't get in the way, it doesn't snag anything, and once it's on there, it's pretty secure. It's not going to just easily fall out. What else do we got about this? Of course, you get O-rings. The one thing I almost switched over for wildland is they do give you a spare switch boot. That it's a glow-in-the-dark one, and then I ordered the red attachment as well, and it's just that easy. It just screws on. Now you got red for night use, etc. But it doesn't take anything to do that. With the Spark, they come with a diffuser lens, but you have to pull it out. There's an actual glass lens that you got to take, and this is just a whole lot easier. I can actually do this while it's still on my head, change these out without having to take the light apart, worrying about losing. It's just one piece. Diffuser lens goes back on there, and you're done. The other very cool thing about Eagletac is initially this came with an XPG, and what I did, instead of ordering an entirely new light, I just ordered the new XML head. It's what they call a drop-in. So this is the old XPG, as you can see in there. It reminds me kind of like the Surefire drop-ins. This is the entire LED module right here. It's now a spare for me. The XPGs have a little bit tighter hotspot, so people tell you that it can shoot farther. I really like the new XML. It's a bigger LED, it puts out more light, and it's just more usable light for me. On here, the XPG, the older ones, said it was 230 lumens, 60 lumens, and 15 for 1.5 hour, 8 hour, and 30 hour. And again, I'll try to put all this information down below, but hands down, I think Eagletac is really coming out on top for a lot of their design features. The other neat thing is when you turn this guy on, you just rotate the head. Let me get it all the way bright. There's basically secondary. Here's high, there's your medium. All I'm doing is twisting the head. Now if I twist it and go back, now that's low. That's the 15 lumens. Very low, but it's perfect for reading maps in your tent, etc. So on low, or in your secondary position, if you go back to high, it goes through your strobing, your flashing, and then back to your high. And that's how it switches. There's your SOS. So there's sort of the modes you don't use all the time are sort of hidden. And then crank it back, excuse me, and immediately you're back to high. Now, as I said, not only do you get the lens changing, but once you open it up, it has reverse threads, and I can instantly change out to the next new LED module or color. If I prefer the more of a neutral white than this cool white that came with it, I just buy a $20 drop-in instead of spending 60-80 bucks on a new light. So really innovative. I'm sure they weren't the first ones to do it, but the way they've packaged all this together, I've been very impressed with the Eagletac. Hands down, it was fantastic light with this diffuser on here for my wildland fire use. It still uses the AA's. Will not use the lithium higher powered cells like the Spark did, but still phenomenal. And even 60 lumens, which is basically what the old Surefires used to be, is 8 hours of usage on here. So it was plenty of light to work. If I needed to, I could reach up and just give it a twist and go back to that. This XML is a lot brighter than the XPG. I don't remember the stats offhand, but it's quite a bit higher. I will put a link to the Going Gear where I purchased the Eagletac, and even if you guys want a little bit brighter light, the Eagletac carries over a lot of that onto their bigger lights. Their huge spotlights. You can still screw on a diffuser lens. You can still screw on different colored lenses, and just the way they have it set up, I really think Eagletac is on track to beat out a lot of the other flashlight manufacturers, because hands down the quality's there, innovation's there. They're just doing a fantastic job, and this was my choice for my headlamp, essentially for wildland fire use. It's also going to be used for everyday camping. It's small enough. Basically any of you guys that like the Phoenix LD series, if you for whatever reason need a second one, or you're looking for a replacement, I would look at the Eagletac P20A2. If some of you guys want a little bit more power, they have this that runs off the CR123s, and with the XML, I think you're talking like 720 lumens out of a very small package. But for a lot of you guys, that AA flashlight is sort of your standard, and you're not into those specialty batteries or the higher end lithium stuff. I would seriously give this a look, and I thank you for your time.